back here on Mensch Life with Janette Burke, your marketing magnet. I'm David Grossman. Okay, we have a few questions that people sent in. I advertised on Facebook that we were going to be doing this segment. So
I'm so proud of you.
Listen, you gotta walk the talk, right?
Right,
Jeanette, you've helped me out a lot with my marketing. So we should share that with other people. Okay, so somebody had asked about downsides. Are there any negatives to being on Facebook or Twitter or whatever? Are there any downsides? What do you say to that?
There are, and that is, okay, one, you should know who you're adding and be careful not to just add anyone because...
like as a friend? As a friend,
because it's important to build your list, but it's also important to build your list with quality people.
Yes.
And if you really don't know who they are, or you don't see that they have any common friends with you, then I would be careful of that.
Right.
I would also be careful about how much personal information you give out on the internet.
Right.
And how much pictures you put up, because that could come back to haunt you or could lead to some not such pleasant things.
Right.
There's been stories of children who were kidnapped.
Yes.
Ransom, different things that, or even people who were taken advantage of in one way or the other.
Right.
So you want to be a little bit prudent about that. I think you also want to know which site is for what. A lot of people used to think Facebook was just for kids. It's not that way anymore. The demographic on Facebook has changed considerably. It's appealing to a 25 to 45 age group, and it's no longer just for high schoolers or college kids. I think that you want to sort of break away from thinking that, I can't be on this one, or I can't be on that site, I can't be on that site. LinkedIn is great. It's considered more professional,
right.
More resume-oriented, great way to connect with old classmates as well as old colleagues.
I always think of LinkedIn as like being at a business meeting, and Facebook is like being at a cocktail party.
Okay, well, that's a good analogy, but you don't have to think of it that way. I think you have to think of all three as and use them as professionally as possible.
Right. And three, you mean, what are you referring to? Twitter or?
Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. I think they're all very good. They all have their own purposes. They all have their own genres. I think that it's best to work them all, and I think that it's not necessary to tap into the myths that LinkedIn is just for exchanging resumes. A lot of people have come out of corporate positions into starting their own business. Why not tell your friends this?
Right. Right.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay, we had another question. Somebody asked, do they need to maintain it themselves, and how much time should they be devoting to being there on
You do not need to maintain it yourself. That's something that you can decide. There are many very good virtual assistants out there who specialize in this and will do it for you.
You okay?
Pardon me.
Do you want to take a break?
No, I'm
okay.
okay.
You're all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. They will do it for you. Or you can find a way to do all three with a site called YouKnow.
Right. YouKnow? Why don't you take a sip of water?
UNNO.com.
UNNO.
.com. So you put one post up.
Right.
And then it'll do it for all three, so it'll save some time.
You mean you put a post on YouKnow, and then Jeanette's that.
I'm so sorry. I have
that's okay.
still
We
trying
know
to get
you
over
have
this lung infection.
a lung infection there. So
yeah. So you put it on there, and it'll do it for all three.
Right.
So what you want to do is you really want to post on all three. Wherever you have a profile, you want to put up some information about yourself, and you want to post those blogs, links, get everybody back to your site, keep giving them information, keep tying into ads. If you can do the ads on the side, do that, because that's a great way to drive clients' interest and potential clients to you.
Right, but you need to have some. Okay, so I guess if you create the content, you write an article, and then you can have somebody post it.
Yeah, and today you can use a lot of video too. Video is very important in the next phase of marketing. There's you can do an e-blast with the video on it, and you
Right.
can link it right again to your site. Everything I do, everything, whether it's my newsletter, whether it's my website, whether it's a speaking appearance, whether it's coming on this show, everything
Right.
is always posted on my accounts.
Right. And that was the other question was, do I need to be on all? They listed Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn here.
That is a personal choice. You don't need to be.
Right.
You find the one that works for you. If you find it too time consuming, I don't think you need to devote more than a few minutes a day to maintenance. I don't think you need to be on these sites all day. Some people do that, but I have a job, I have to work. I think you do too. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's not something you need to put a ton of time in. You can put a couple of simple posts up once a week, or a couple, you know, comment on somebody's comment, or do something simple, add a couple of friends a day, 5 to 10 minutes. And if you don't even have that time, or you want to do even that much more,
Right.
get somebody to maintain it for you. Virtual assistants, they're a beautiful thing, and they don't really cost that much.
Yeah. Well, I've hired my son, as you know, which so he's been pretty good. But you know, you need to tell people what you want them to do, right?
Well, there you go.
'Cause,
Hire your son. Give your son a job.
Yeah.
Give your daughter a job if they're proficient at it. Why not? Great way to earn some allowance
well,
money.
exactly. You know, the kids, they spend enough time on Facebook as it is, right? So they, you know, might as well tap into his expertise there.
Exactly.
Right. So it's been pretty good. So is there any last things you want to leave us with, Janette? I know you have your new website.
Yeah,
up and
can I
running.
mention
Yeah,
that?
of
Okay,
course.
I did a big launch last week, www.yourmarketingmagnet.com.
Yes.
I did it with education up front, so the blog's all education. There's videos, there's article posts, and there's going to be one every week. And there's also resources, and then the sales component about how I can help you with the magnetic marketing PR process, which is a coaching and training system, complete training system of every aspect of marketing you can think of, from branding straight through to event planning to whatever you need, copywriting, infomercials, speeches, whatever you need, I'm here to help and bring it to life. Now, I also have something that I would like people to go on the site, www.yourmarketingmagnet.com. If you sign up, you can get my new ebook, which
Right.
is 67 plus ways to promote yourself today and make money tomorrow, proven tricks of the trade for catching customers and becoming a magnetic marketer like me.
Free ebook.
Free ebook.
Just
download
to go on the
it,
site, sign up, and they'll
you
get
get
the
67 plus tips, and then you know you'll also get the magnetic marketing report, which is my little e-blast in between. It's like a newsletter with more tips, and then I would love to help you with my one-on-one coaching program and my group coaching options. It's all listed there.
Okay.
So bring all those programs to life.
Okay, so there you have it, people. Check out yourmarketingmagnet.com for more information on Janette Burke and get the free ebook. Next segment with Janette is on networking. That'll be on March 8th. Thanks so much for being with us today.